So if you see that car that's just pulling away, I just pulled in the mall parking lot. There's literally no cars for like 7,000 miles. And this older couple. Hi everybody, it's me, Laura Lely. Welcome back. I just wanted to say, they just pulled up and they like parked right next to me. I just rolled my window down. I was like, hi. And he was just like, just staring me down. And I was like, what's up? And he's just like, he mumbled something. And I was like, there's like 1,000 trillion other parking spots. And then they just got like really mad and drove off. But I'm like, there's literally no one here. Nobody. Now there's a train going off. Hey, I am so grateful to be recording this message because I'm not in the apartment and for some reason things just don't come together as good in there. I like, you know, words are hard there. I should say it's the easiest place in the world to do readings, but anyways, it is. And my new place is going to be even more bomb, but you don't have to. What I'm trying to say is we've been talking about forgiveness a lot. But I want you to understand that it doesn't mean that you become friends with the person you forgive if it's not like something that you want to rebuild. So you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. You are hereby granted permission to forgive everyone, but still be super picky about every person you let into your inner circle. Go forth and prosper. It does really say go forth and prosper, which I think is pretty awesome and great advice. And this is another card of my spiritual AF cards that is pretty bomb. Worrying is a negative prayer. It's not a bomb card. It's just really important to understand how important our thoughts are. And then when you think negative, you create more of that. And when you think positive, you create more of that. That's why I'm staying positive about anyone that wants to come park next to me. Like, hey, you're welcome to stay there, but there's a lot of other places to park. Anyways, first they were over yonder. Again, I'm giving them way too much of my attention. What is it? So they're energy vampires, I think is the name of that. Like people who just want your attention so that you don't have your energy and you can't do what you came here to do. And I came here to read some more tarot cards. So worrying is a negative prayer. You don't need any of that kind of angsty, nail-biting bullshit today. If you catch yourself worrying, take a deep breath and ask the universe for what you really want. Not what you don't want. I will say that again. Ask the universe for what you really want. So I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Not what you really, really don't want. So that means think about the things you really, really want. Not obsessively, but like in a healthy way. And release those ideas of the things you don't want, because when you keep those, like we just talked about, when you keep that, your focus on those things that you don't want, all you're doing is creating more of that. So the universe always lets you change your order. And hell yeah, you want fries with that, supersize that shit. For real, it says that. But yes, I was gonna put my earbuds in. I just stopped over here, you know, to do a video because it's like coming down pretty good, the rain again. It just wants to keep going. There's literally no businesses. There's no reason that anyone has to drive through this parking lot. And like, I'm just saying, like, this is why I chose this spot. And it's like more and more people just want to keep coming by. Maybe people are just curious. Maybe they're just like, hey, I want to know what that car is doing because I'm so nosy and I won't be able to sleep tonight if I don't find out like immediately. And so more power to them, I guess. But then, you know, the most important thing is just be kind and say, hey, everything good? Can I help you? You good? Okay. And you can say it in your best northern Midwestern accent and, you know, just say, hey there, guy. Are you good? Or are you having a hernia or something? Or why are you having a hernia? Ooh. Ooh, maybe he wasn't having a hernia. Maybe he was having a... This is such a powerful card. I feel like it feels just so like with death, there's rebirth. You know the song Lightning Crashes? An old mother dies and then a baby cries. That's it. That's how it works. Surprise! Now you know all the tricks of the universe. As soon as you die, you're back in a body. and you're in another life and you're doing it again and you don't remember any of it. Because what would happen if you remembered all the things and then you had to remember them over and over again? I think there's a reason. I think there's more to it than that. But I think what we need to, at least for now, understand is when you pass away, that spark that is you keeps going, because that's God, and God is eternal. So are you. You're eternal. That's why the Bible says you're eternal. Burpee water. Okay. Can we get another couple of cards? So death. Wow. Death was the card that popped out, and then on the bottom we've got the Fool. And what did I just say? This isn't, okay, I will say this is not like the end of the tarot, but this, with death, the Fool is the very first card, so that is the rebirth. You are, whether you know it or not, and there's been a lot of readings that I've seen lately, like, you've moved on. You've put that old, the past to rest, and that past is trying to come back and keep you giving it your energy and your focus and your attention so that you keep it alive. But you are like, nope, I am the Fool. I am taking my leap of faith into the unknown, and God is catching me, and God is taking me where I need to go, because that's why we came here, to create with God and not to keep creating a world with people who don't pay you enough and say, oh, yeah, I've got you a great health plan. It's going to be worth it. Nine of Cups is saying that so the 9 and the 7 of Cups both popped out at the same time. So this is the, like, illusions. This is illusions, and the 9 of Swords was here on the cut too, when I was gonna. Whoop. From the 9 of Swords. Yeah. It's just ending these shitty, like, 9 of Swords is in your head, up all night, can't sleep, worrying about everything. Like, is it all going to work out? And when you give that to God, people, like, look at you like there's something completely wrong with you, because you are so calm. Because literally that's what God does, is God takes it and says, okay, and that's, by God I mean light, because we are light and God is light. That light is holding space for your new beginning, for this leap of faith that you're taking. You know, this new, where did I go with that now? Did I shuffle again? And why didn't I keep the Fool? You knew something was coming. God kept telling you. I know this feels really hard and weird and wrong, because everyone wants you to, like, basically work at McDonald's. If you can't figure anything else out, just do that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with working at McDonald's, but I'm saying I have worked for many different employers, and I've done a lot of different jobs, and all of the ones that I have applied for, that I have more than enough experience for, and the skills that they need to fulfill these positions, it's like crickets. And I'm not speaking bad about it. I'm just saying, like, God is showing me there is something more that I'm here to do, and you're here on this journey with me. And I don't know what, again, sometimes I make these about me and sometimes I don't. It's very interesting, though. This felt really personal, obviously, if I just had the Death and the Fool. So, like, the old Laura is dead and gone. Dead and gone. So, 3 of Cups. There is going to be a celebration. And I'm just really being drawn to my dragon's blood tower for some reason. This is one of my favorite crystals is dragon's blood, and I love it. I don't know, it's just, it gives me strength, and I actually just had strength here and I put it back. But look what's popping out here with this 3 of Cups. There's something you're going to be celebrating. There's going to be celebrations. New ideas, maybe new beginnings. And again, like, I'm not saying I'm not going to work like a 9-to-5 job. I'm just saying, like, whatever I keep applying for isn't what I'm meant to do, apparently, because it's not responding to me, right? Like, I've applied for office jobs and fabrication jobs, maintenance, or not maintenance, but like manufacturing, because I've done that. Maybe this is just me putting my resume out there for anybody who's hiring and needs somebody dependable. I'm your girl. There's that twinkle, see? Anyways, you're done chasing fool's gold. And this is also known as pyrite, right? You're on to like chasing the like things that when you do get them, they're not, you get them with God. And so you never, ever, 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 ever have to worry again. Like this is just, that's what this new beginning is. Okay, that's what it is. I'm hearing it now. This new beginning is you literally saying everything I'm getting is with God and now it can't be taken away. It can't be taken away from me. Like all the things that have been taken from me in my past. I know now that everything happens for a reason. I got a security guard walking towards me from the mall. I hope he's not going to be mad at me for recording a video. But anyways, we've got the Page of Wands for the new beginnings that are coming in to your life. He started going the other way. I think he realized I'm not like, you know, I'm not like, what is it? What the heck's that called? I don't know what he's doing because it's raining so hard. He's just like walking in the rain. Kind of want to join him. So there's just been a lot of sneaky, tricky BS that's occurred in your life. Like I've worked at so many jobs for these gentlemen that I will not call out. I will not bring attention to them, but I will say that they've done some shady things and got away with it for the most part. But God's like, no one gets away with anything. That's why cause and effect is a universal law, or AKA karma, because when somebody does something that goes against your purpose, your path, or that sets you off in a direction that was not for your highest good, but you chose it kind of on your free will, it's still somebody coming in and being a trickster and intentionally creating chaos in your life, which will in turn create chaos in their life. And these, you know, the feeling I'm getting is people are trying to like avoid the karma and trying to like somehow bypass their karma. And it's just like, maybe that has happened. Maybe that's what has happened. And that's why we don't really understand the reincarnation. And it's all kind of confusing because we don't know the exact truth, because we've never been told the exact truth. And there's certain people that know it. And that's why there's certain families that stay in power, whereas others don't. I don't mean to get all weird and scientific. I called it scientific. I meant, what's that word? You know, they created the term conspiracy theorist because, I don't know, now he's coming back. Anyways, so we've got the Lovers and the Knight of Wands. So maybe somebody's coming in with like a fiery offer, like saying, hey, everything that you've ever wanted, your dreams are coming true. Maybe I just said too much just now. Maybe my phone is tapped. No wonder it's been acting so funny. Like I can't get it to work properly. And my internet got messed up with the storms, and like my videos are taking forever to upload. And I just send you so much love, and I hope you know that you are light and that you do have a purpose here. Just look within. He's walking the other way. I probably wouldn't have been that bold if he wasn't. So we've got the Queen of Cups. When you tap into your true emotions, when you can finally get through all the layers of, you know, whatever happened in your life that made you not truly see yourself for all your glory. We don't really see ourselves like through a proper lens when it's been so distorted by so many different people and their perspectives and positions that we've been in life that have made us feel less than. So when we're seeing from a lens where we don't feel like we are enough, when we finally see ourselves and realize, hey, maybe I'm not so bad after all. Maybe all those things I hated about myself, hate is a strong word, but you know, like we have never said like, oh, I hate this thing. But that's so important not to do that, because your body doesn't know like that it's a joke, or that you're, you know, like you're only saying it in that moment, but you know it's more important to love yourself than not to love yourself. And it was 14:44 on the timer just now when I said that. There is something big about April. And I know there was obviously, the Passover, the Easter, Jesus. Easter came really early this year, so something about that. Like something else is happening in April. But what I was saying is when you finally see yourself, because a lot of times others see you, but like all the hurt and all of the chaos and all of the like things that were meant to break you and shatter you and make you see through a cracked, distorted, fuzzy like lens that needed to be cleaned, wow. My card for God, the Hierophant. When you finally see your true self, God is like smiling and like cheering and basically just having a party in heaven and saying, not heaven, but like, because God is like omnipresent. We say heaven is a place that we go, but it's actually a place that we create here while we're still here. And then when we understand that we create the heaven with our Father, and then we ascend through something like, I know it will all come to me one day, and we'll understand, and we'll have that 9 of Cups. We'll have it all. I want you to have it all. Here's to the good times you're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. I can't sing his voice. Oh, and here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Oh, 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 I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Page of Cups. So like you are having new inspirations, new ideas, new emotional balance, maybe new excitement, new things that make you dance and sing. There is a tower coming, because in order to make way for that which is incoming, or maybe this tower has been happening and you're getting through that tower now and you're working into whatever this very, 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 very slow incoming pentacle has been, because the earth, so pentacles is earth, that's what it represents, and that's the slowest moving of the suits, right? But it's coming, it's here. It's just be patient and know that your patience is protected, and you are protected during it all. And God's never gonna God's never gonna let you go without. When you say that God is always supplying all of your needs. I always have everything I need. Everything is always working out for me. My bills are always paid early. I always have more than enough. Everything is perfect. I am so lucky. I am the luckiest person in the world. I am moving up. I'm moving on up, moving on out with the Chariot coming here. Movement is occurring. Love may be in the air. There may be a new relationship or a choice to move somewhere where you do meet somebody new. That's what the Lovers with the Chariot could be. Any other messages? These popped out. So the 7 of Swords again and the Emperor. Like, yeah, there's just some people who have not wanted you to move on or into your own emperor status. Like there's people who would rather have you work for them and use all your precious energy, my precious, than allow you to shine your own energy into the world and do your own thing. But like you have seen that you have finally, that's what it is. Okay, thank you for the clarification. Since you have seen how precious you are and you can finally see and your lens is no longer distorted, you know that you're the emperor, the sun, the proverbial sun, but you are the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. I don't know if that's what they say. I literally have no idea. There is something you're going to be moving into with the 2 of Wands. I was going to get some... Just wait till you see me when I'm actually like able to just not like be so distracted, because I am a skosh ADHD, but I don't take anything for it any longer. And it's a good thing, but it's also, sometimes for me to concentrate, I need to meditate more. which is also, so just twos. Oh, wow. I was just saying the two because the Two of Wands came up again, but so did the High Priestess. So the knowledge that you hold, that you are getting to, that is being revealed, and I think it's kind of God showing the world. So the Draconic Priestess, Meg, she has an awesome channel. Check her out. She talks about God loves an audience. And I have not seen in the Bible where it says that, but also, like, I haven't read the whole Bible. Guilty as charged. And anyways, so there's something that, like, God is setting up that is going to be, like, amazing balls. I'm saying that because I don't know why. Your growth scares people who don't want you to change. Are you getting shit from people you think should be cheering you on? If you thought of them as scared people, instead of giant assholes, could you be more compassionate with them, or at least let their current asshole-ishness slide for now? Compassion tastes nice and minty fresh, doesn't it? I can't make this up. These cards are so fun. And then gossip dies when it hits wise ears. That's why, like, when we don't judge anyone any longer and we stop, like, trying to keep up with the Joneses or whatever, as they say, or, like, keep up with the Millers. What is it? Sorry, there's a really, like I said, squirrel. All you need, a real loud muffler. And anyway, I just like to know where it's coming from. Gossip dies when it hits wise ears. Here's how to get wise. Refuse to hear stories that aren't yours to hear. Refrain from telling stories that aren't yours to tell. If someone comes at you with, oh my God, did you hear about ... Stop them right then and there and ask if it's gossip, rumor, dirt, or other such junk. This tends to kill everyone's shit-talking boner. For real, I did not make that up. Ay. And this, you know, today, this could be the day that you stop doing that self-destructive thing you do. What's the first thing you think of when you heard me say that self-destructive thing you do? There it is. Now imagine what it would be like to stop doing that. Like right now. Think of who you could ask for help. Because if you could have stopped on your own, you probably already would have. Now, call that person and ask for help. You can even make a safe word, like bananas or pineapples. Text, because no one calls it anymore. Emojis, because emojis are more effective than words. Oh, because it has asterisks, and that's why. Yeah, so text me if you need to talk. I'll do my best to help. And I know there's some people that I've, like, literally cut off from my energy at the moment, and it may not be forever, but for now, my distance that I keep from people is intentional until further notice. Because in order to be the leader in your life, you have to be the one who leads in your life. You have to be that beast, that lion, that tiger. Because if you say you're a leader, but then you keep doing what everyone else wants you to do, how are you ever creating and drinking your own elixir of life? You gotta be the leader you always wished you had. Okay, any talisman cards for the collective / Laura? I am part of the collective. I've said that before. And then there's a really interesting video where I said that, and then all of a sudden the lightning just strikes super hard, or like the thunder, I mean. Okay, those are gonna slide. Healing energy popped out. And confidence is on the bottom of that, which we got confidence yesterday. Learn the truth. Confidence. And healing energy. And we're going to read the healing energy. And then on the bottom of the deck was good fortune. And financial security behind that. Wow, cool. Sometimes it feels like this is all such an illusion that it's only going to take like a little pinprick to finally burst it all once we all finally let go and let God. Because literally when you give everything to God, you don't have a thing to worry about anymore. Eternal charisma. You got that Riz, yo? You got that eternal Riz, yo? I'm just saying, like, when you give it to God, that takes all the weight off of you. When you forgive someone, that takes all the weight off of you. It's like, then you start getting all of your energy and your power back. And that's why, wouldn't people rather just see everyone not healed and hurting and pissed at everyone? So let's read good luck, because that's what I opened it up to. Where did you go? Eternal charisma. Confidence. It's hiding down there. Luck is with you and with everything you touch. This is a very positive card that indicates growth and increased potential. The currents are in your favor, and if you act upon your wishes, you will benefit greatly. It's up to you to channel this good fortune. The circles on this card form the number 8. 8 is an auspicious, as I looked up, it was 2548. It's an auspicious number and a symbol of new beginnings. Fate will take a strong hand and redirect your path in a very positive way. What you do after this shift is in your own hands. And the talisman deck always has like a little like a ritual thing you can do with it. So use this card when you need a little extra stardust for your projects and ventures. You can also use this card if you're feeling a bit short of luck. Imagine the circles spinning slowly and the ladybug fluttering around the flowers. You are attracting them, and you feel their tickling feet landing in your hand and the magic swirling all around. And your motto with this card is, I attract good luck, or I am the luckiest girl alive, or boy. Just say what you are, or whatever you are. Say what it is or not. Golly, I'm not trying to get political here. Okay, what were we trying to read? Oh, Elixir of Life also came out. Mortality is a reminder that life is short. I don't want to read that one. What was it? Healing Energy? Did I read good luck, but I had good fortune? What is happening? Do you see how, like, easily thrown off? It was good fortune, and I read good luck. And remember, because I had like a big, oh my goodness, because it was good fortune and financial security, and I read good luck. So I guess you just needed to know the good luck card. And so the whole time you're probably screaming at the camera like, you're holding the good fortune card! What the fudge, sickles? Good fortune. In a reading. In ancient Egypt, the scarab beetle, so you're probably like, that's not a ladybug. In ancient Egypt, the scarab beetle was a symbol of good fortune, rebirth, and protection from jealousy. This card indicates prosperity and long-term success. It could also mean a miracle or a blessing. This, however, is not a passive fortune. Now is the time to formulate new ideas about the path you want to follow. Decide what you are interested in and take action, because luck is on your side. This card can ease the hard work that needs to be done to get to the finish line, but it's up to you to see yourself through. You will resurrect your power when you encounter obstacles on your way. But you need to stay focused on your goals. Don't forget to celebrate your success. Celebrate the little victories, the small victories, the big victories. Celebrate them all, because when you celebrate something that you're proud of, that's only going to bring more of that energy into your life. You know, that's the goal here, is to have more positive and less negative. You have magical powers. You're like a magical being of light. And that's pretty darn cool. And it's time for you to start bringing that to the surface and stop hiding it. Okay? So, magical power. When we are born with a special gift of magic, I can read sometimes. We are born with a special gift of magic. We often overlook this extraordinary power to bring happiness to those around us or into our own hearts. In the center of it all is a very powerful emotion, love. By setting up our intent, we can create a new world. Believing in ourselves begins with loving and being kind to who we are. Well, I think that about wraps up what we've been talking about. When you love yourself, you become a powerful being. That's it. When we love ourselves, we unleash the magic and power that we truly are. But when we stay stuck in a rut, we continue to create and have animosity and resentment and envy and all the things that don't feel good, and then we create from that, and it's not ever positive, because when we create from a space that we're in fear and or any of those other negative ideas, then that idea of when the other shoe is going to drop is always going to be there. But when we create from God, from light, from a space of love, with our magical power of knowing that we are understanding our limits and pushing just a little further to better ourselves, in these ways we become closer to fulfilling our life purpose. The dragonflies start their life as larvae in water and later rise up into the air and fly. They are our connection with nature and our guides to the realm of magic. And one time when I was in Barneveld at my parents', let's just disclose everything, Laura. Back in the day when I still lived there, or when I was staying there, one of the times I moved back home, I was sitting like in the field, like there's a path that goes between fields. And it was like a little spot that I liked to go and do readings. Actually, there's some videos that I could probably make public again from that time frame. But anyways, there was just this swarm of dragonflies. I'd never seen anything like it. And I guess it just felt magical. And the magic is me. And I wrote, bro, exclamation point. I don't know if you can see it because it's like, it's in highlighter. Use this card to strengthen your intent or awaken your magical gift. You can use the magical power card with any other card to enhance the potential of its meaning. That's kind of neat. Focus on the magical hexagram and the powerful energy that spreads on the card. Feel the charge of life feeding your ability. The dragonfly lifts itself into the air and flies away. Follow the winged messenger. I should have followed them, but they were just kind of spurting off into the air. So I really appreciate all of you for stopping by and checking out my channel. And if you're new and you subscribed, thank you for being a new subscriber. And if you feel like subscribing, go ahead and do that. If you don't have to do that either. It's totally up to you. I think you should live your life the way you want to. I went through and deleted all of my subscriptions one day because I wanted to just like relearn what really I wanted to be watching and what I wanted to be experiencing. It's kind of like cleaning out your closet, right? But like cleaning out your YouTube closet. Ooh, jeepers. Any hoots? Yeah. So is there anything else that I wanted to leave you with? Once you start laughing, you start healing. If you aren't ready to laugh at what's going on, then laugh at something else. The internet is filled with ridiculous shit. Laugh at that or call up your best friend who you trust to make fun of your problems in that loving, brutal way they do. Just start laughing. You don't have anything to lose. And also, maybe literally you can even. Think you can't even? Slow your eye roll. Step back and give it another think. Guess what? Chances are you probably can even, with a way better attitude and some love in your heart. Today, if you catch yourself feeling like the basic bitching out on someone, take a deep breath. Call on all your hood rat angels. Remember that you and all beings are tiny specks of the divine, and surprise yourself with how you literally just evened. So I will leave you on that note. You can go and get your Dragon's Blood Tower today and Pyrite on any app that delivers directly to your door. I think you might know what I'm talking about. Or you could go to your local crystal shop. You should probably shop local. Local's a new word. Local if you can, okay? And if you can dream it, you can do it. So I will say on my Instagram, that is what it says. And I started my Instagram channel with a really bad attitude and a bad mindset back in like 2019. or so. And when I put that on there, I was being completely sarcastic. Like, if you can dream it, you can do it. Because they say that in, oh my goodness, what's the movie with Napoleon Dynamite and Will Ferrell? And they're the ice skaters. Oh. Okay, well, that movie. Anyways, that's like his motto. If you can dream it, you can do it. I can't think of it. Anyhow, where was I going with that? Wake up and dream big. If you build it, they will come. We are trying to get to a state of nirvana, but we have to start by loving and forgiving and just setting that intention, and it will get easier and easier every day when we start believing that that is possible, that everything is possible. We just have to believe. And when we start believing, more magical things start occurring. And we are all in need of some magical occurrences in our life. Wouldn't y'all say? Okay, so that's all I've got. Thank you again. I love you. I mean it. And I will see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.